Bengal, we are now shifting focus towards the state of Maharashtra. Some big updates coming in over the Maratha reservation. We have received some inputs. The top sources have told CNN News 18 that 10 to 13% reservation is going to be given to Marathas. Legally, the arrangements have already been made to the reservation tenable. Proposal for Maratha reservation was kept in front of the cabinet, and Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has already arrived at the state assembly. Government will hold a special Vidhan Sabha session today to discuss the Maratha reservation issue. Meanwhile, the opposition raises a question about the legal tenability of this reservation bill, questions how lasting reservation will be given without approaching the centre for increasing the quota. Let's listen into the word coming in from Rohit Pawar himself.
If you could tell us clearly, this has gone through a lot of trial and tribulations. There's a Supreme Court problem as well. How do you see this whole thing of a special session for Maratha reservation?
See, we welcome this session because we all want that Maratha community should get the reservation. But if you look at it, Congress and NCP together had given reservation, I think, in 2013-14. But then it was, it didn't last long as far as court is concerned. Later on, BJP also gave the same reservation, but that too was not, it didn't stand in the court. So now, third time, this government is going to give the reservation. So what we have to look at is, like last time, there's this Gaikwad Commission on basis of which reservation was given to Maratha community by BJP. Supreme Court had put up certain points which were negative as far as our reservation is concerned in Gaikwad Ayog. So if this government has really studied those points, we have to look at it. Whatever Supreme Court has said, have we covered that? And if this issue again goes in court, will it stand? We all have to look at it. It should not happen that they give reservation today, they do a good event about it, then they somehow cover this 45 days of Lok Sabha, and later on this reservation don't stand in the court, that the youth would be the losers, real losers.
So that's the big update coming in over the Maratha reservation there in Maharashtra. This is the word coming in from the sources to CNN News 18. We are learning that 10 to 13% reservation will be given to Marathas, and legally all the arrangements have already been made to make the reservation tenable. We'll bring you more details about what the government of Maharashtra is actually planning and what are the questions which are leveled by the opposition there in Maharashtra. But the proposal for Maratha reservation has been kept in front of the cabinet. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with the Deputy Chief Minister will be there at the State Assembly. He has in fact arrived at the State Assembly, and government will hold a special Vidhan Sabha session today is what we are learning to discuss this particular Maratha reservation issue. Meanwhile, opposition raises question about the legal tenability of the reservation bill. You already heard from Rohit Pawar what he has to say about the legal tenability, about the clauses also. Now the questions are about how the lasting reservation will be given without approaching the centre for the increasing quota levelled by the opposition. We have CNN News 18's Vinaya Deshpande joining us live on the broadcast, who has been tracking the story very, very closely over the past few months. Vinaya, very good morning to you. Apart from the question about legal tenability that has been levelled by the opposition, Vinaya, how exactly this trio government, the Mahayuti government, is planning to control the dispute between Maratha community and the other backward classes that might erupt post this reservation has been put on place?
Well, yes, that's a real question, but let us get to you some breaking news that we are getting right now. The bill, a copy of the bill that has been presented in front of the cabinet of Maharashtra has been ratified, and we have been able to access that copy of the reservation bill that will be tabled in front of the Maharashtra Assembly. Now remember, this is being given in the category of SEBC, that is socially and educationally backward classes. While we were discussing about how it will be legally tenable, how it will be fitted granted into the current scheme of reservations in a way that it will not be challenged in the court of law, because remember, the reservation has been given to Maratha twice in the past, and both the times it has not been able to stand the test of the court of law. Now the government says that it will give reservation under the SEBC quota, which is already existent in Maharashtra. It's a long bill draft that I have not really been able to peruse till now, but clearly once this has been fitted in the current scheme of things itself, the government is not overstepping the 50% quota, which means it's still trying to fit in the excuse me, Marathas into the SEBC category. Now remember, this will lead to further tension, and it's likely that this will again be challenged in the court of law. But as of now, the government says that decks are cleared for Maratha reservation, the Maratha reservation which will be granted under the SEBC category by the government, and this will be tabled in front of the House, after which it stands to be ratified. Now remember, no political party is going to take a stance that is opposite to what the government has taken, because all the parties, knowing how socially and economically dominant Marathas are, would not like to upset that vote bank. But we are clearly looking at this matter to escalate further, because though the government has stuck to the 50% quota and it has tried to fit in the reservation within the SEBC quota, government sources have indicated that this reservation will be legally tenable as well, and this will be between 10 to 13% of reservation that will be given to the Marathas. But clearly the draft that we have been able to access just now, which says that the Marathas will be fitted under the SEBC category, will probably lead to more trouble and more litigation. Back to you.
Definitely, Vinay. Thank you so much for walking us through all those crucial updates coming in straight from Maharashtra.